So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is about my 12-week year Notion planner that I created for myself. I'm going to be using it to help achieve my goals, and I just thought I'd share it with you lot just in case you're interested. And if you do like the template, you can purchase it down below. Otherwise, you can just follow through with pen and paper, and hopefully you find this video informative. By the way guys, I am recording this at home with my daughter because she's not feeling well. So you might hear a couple sneezes and coughs and other noise from playing with her toys. But let's jump in. So when you open the template, you land on the home page, and on this page you'll find a link to the instructions. So if you need the template instructions to work through and understand how to use it, it's all there for you. On the side you can see a navigation bar which is on every page, so you can easily get through the template. And then in the center you'll see your goals, and your goals will automatically update as you tick off tasks. You can see the percentage bar update as you tick your task for the week. To the left, you'll also find your word of the year. You can add your word that relates to your situation right now. Mine last year used to be consistency. This year, I think I'm going for faith, because I just need to have faith in myself. Like, I literally just quit my job out of the blue. I have to have faith that I can do something for myself. But that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother video. When you scroll down, you can see your tasks, a roll-up of your tasks for today and your habits for the week. You can move through these views and tick off the tasks that you've completed. Right below you'll find an overview of all your weeks, so it's very easily accessible on the home page, so you can plan the week that you're on easily by clicking on it. So let's jump straight into it. So if you're planning by paper, the first thing you want to do is your vision and plan, and for the template users you can click into vision and planning. This is the first step of your 12-week year. This is your space to dream big about your goals, your vision for your life. And in the 12-week year book, it's recommended that you do this because you don't connect to your goals the same way as when you have a vision, a clear reason for why you're doing what you're doing. Thanks, Rhea. This is very beautiful. It's a good garden picture. Thank you. I'll put it next to me. The first step is rating the areas of your life. So you want to rate the areas of your life currently from 1 to 10. On here, you can use a star rating. If you're doing it on paper, again, just write out all the areas of your life and add a number for the rating. And then you need to write your dream life for each area that we've listed on here. Once you've done them two things, you want to move to step 2, which is your goals. Now, this is the stage where you want to brain dump all the goals that you've had on your mind that you wanted to achieve, or any goals that you think were in line with the dream vision you have yourself that will help propel you closer to your dream life, basically. Once you've listed all those things down, you want to connect them to the area of life. Then you want to rate the difficulty and the impact. And now, just in case you don't know what I mean when I say this, for difficulty, what you can think about is how hard is it? And when I say hard, I don't mean in terms of effort. I don't mean like, oh, there's like 100 tasks. I mean, like, what's the skill required to do it? If you decide you want to declutter your house, a lot of that involves cleaning, and you might already have the skill of cleaning down. That is not high on the skill level. However, if you said, okay, I wanted to start a whole business, there's a lot of different skills like marketing and product development, all these things that are involved, so that goal actually becomes more difficult. So rate it from a level of difficulty in terms of the skills required. And then impact, what you want to think about is how much of a benefit is this going to have in your life. Achieving this goal, how good would your life be? And just in case you can't think of the answer for how much of a benefit, you want to think of how much is your life suffering right now because you haven't achieved this goal. I find that's a lot easier for me if I think about how hard my life is right now because I haven't achieved this goal, and that normally is easier for me to figure out, like, whether the impact on life is going to be high or it's going to be low. You can then see that there is a tab called recommended goals, and this section is very helpful for people who find it really hard to pick a goal. Whenever we start the new year, we want to do everything, and a lot of the times doing everything is what leads us to do nothing. This section is a roll-up of all the goals that you said was low difficulty and high impact on your life, and then it also sorts it by the rating that you gave your area of life. So here, that my goal to clear my shopping debt is actually at the top of the list because, one, it's very low in difficulty, it's high on the impact on my life, and that area of my life I said was really low, so it's on the top of the list. It's like actually saying, like, hey, this is the goal I recommend you do in the order I think you should do your goals based off what you've told me. Now, if you don't want to do the goals on the recommended page, you can simply jump back to the goal idea view and just pick the goal from there. To select your goals that you want to work on, just simply tick the box that says 12-week goal. The top tip that I would recommend is if you have a goal that you said was high impact in your life but very high in difficulty, but it's a goal that you really want to do because, again, you think it's going to change your life, I recommend you break down that goal. For example, if you said that I want to code my own productivity app, but you've said that it's very difficult because you don't know how to code. You don't have the skill of coding, so now you have to learn a whole skill to be able to achieve this goal. then you could actually break that goal down to maybe take a coding course. It's a lot more easy for you to put your foot in the door with finding a coding course than it is to start coding a whole productivity app. Break down your goals to make the difficulty low and the impact on your life will still be high. That way you can do the goals that you think are more in line or maybe more excited for you. And once you've done that, down below you can see that you've probably got a list of goals with no images. If I have the time, I will add some images and some changed icons to make these goals look a lot more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and it creates like a vision board with all the goals that you have listed. Okay, so now we've got our vision for our life and we've picked our 12-week goals that we're going to be working to for the next 12 weeks. On this page you can see that there is a roll up again of your word of the year, and right below it there's a question that says, why do you want to achieve this goal? Take some time to fill out this section. When you write the reason why you want to achieve this, I want you to think about the cheese and the cat. And if you don't know what this story is, let me put you on. It's editing Felicia from the future. I was just watching that clip back of me explaining the cat and the cheese, and oh my god, no. I stuttered so much in that clip, and I'm not editing that. I can't bother, so I'm going to try and do my best to redo it, to explain it as simply as possible. Oh my god, I've already started. In this experiment is your dream outcome, it's your goal. If I use like a weight loss goal as an example, you might say you really want to lose X amount of pounds. You might want like a certain type of body shape. Maybe you want to tone up, maybe you want a bigger butt, maybe you want a six-pack. Like that's your whole dream outcome, and that's your cheese. The cat is the thing you want to run away from. So in this case you want to think about, okay, do you feel really uncomfortable in the clothes you're wearing? Do you feel uncomfortable in the way you look? Is there a chance of you getting diabetes? Does your family have diabetes? And a lot of family have passed away from it or had health issues because of it. And you know that there's a chance that could be you. So now you're scared. Now you want to run away from this thing. I use an example for me. My cat was the fact that I hated my job. I hated working on 9 to 5 that I didn't like, and waking up every morning to do something I didn't care about. And all I could think was, oh my god, if I have to do this for the next couple of years, or I don't know, for the rest of my life, I can't do it. And it was enough to make me take the leap and quit my job. And now it's like, okay, so where are we going? And the goal, the dream outcome is to be financially stable. It's to be able to look after me and my family and have free time that I want to have while, not being broke, obviously. So that's the dream outcome, and the fear is the cat of staying in a job that I hate. So it's led me to create the goal, which has led to me creating the goal of starting a business and actually like making income from by myself basically. So that's my cat and that's my cheese, and that's what you need to think about when you're answering this question on this section of the template. Hopefully that makes some sense. But yeah, let's get back to the real video now. Once you've done that, you want to click on each goal. You'll find that there's an automatically populated template, which is the goal template, and this is going to help you break down your goals into actionable steps. And with this, you're going to start creating habits that need to be completed or simple tasks that need to be done by each week. You will identify the description and the key metrics that are going to let you know that you achieved this goal, and again the strategies that you're going to put in place to achieve them. After you've brainstormed all your ideas and what the purpose of this goal is, you want to scroll down to the task and action steps, and here you're going to input each action and each habit that needs to be done, and you need to schedule it by the week. Now for habits, you might want to duplicate them because they're going to be repeated for each week, and for any task you want to schedule them for the week that you want to complete them. Another important property you need to fill out is the frequency. So again, if you have a habit and you're like, I want to go to the gym 4 times a week, you need to put 4 times for the frequency. And if you have a task which is like find a gym, that's a one-time activity, you want to put 1 time in. This is going to affect how the percentages of your tasks are calculated. Once you've done this, you want to do it for each of your goals, and then we move on to the next stage, which is the weekly action plan. So in this weekly action plan, you can see 3 views. You have your weekly overview, which is again a view of all the weeks for this 12-week run. And then you also have the bi-week section, which is where the tasks are broken up by each individual week, and you can just see the action plan, literally the roadmap that you created all at once, or you can view it by goal. Now, I like this view sometimes if I feel like, oh, there's another task that I actually want to add in there, then sometimes I can fit it in here really easily. But a lot of the times I spend most of my time in the weekly overview. And this is because this is how you do your weekly planning. You click onto the week that you're actively on. So in this case, let's start with week 1. And when you click on week 1, you will scroll down and you will see 2 toggle tabs. One that's for planning and one that's for your weekly. That's for your weekly reflection. These are 2 key components to the 12-week book. For the planning section, you just want to brainstorm any possible blocks or anything that could stop you from achieving your goals this week. So you just want to talk about any challenges that you might face through this week. Basically, you want to plan ahead. If you know it's a busy week, if you know there's like an event here and this here that you all have to attend, then maybe you actually want to edit how much tasks. A lot of the times when I plan my 12-week year, I tend to put everything in week 1, and then when I open it, I realize, okay, I've done too much, and in this time I can switch the weeks that I want to do them. Now there's a section called execute, and this is basically where you want to this is where you time block. This is where you schedule a date to the task, and you can either add the time on here too using the Notion calendar, which you can review on the Notion calendar app, or you can take the time now to put this into your active calendar that you're using to schedule these tasks. You can tick things off in here. Your progress bar will update as you tick off your tasks, and it will let you know how close you are to getting 85%. Down below again, there's a calendar view for people who like that view to see their week, see the actual days of the week from Monday, Tuesday. Like, I like this view a lot more, but I use both of them, so I included both of them. Then right below you can see jump into another week, where here you can just bounce through the weeks that you're working on. It's almost like a navigation bar, but that's at the bottom of the page, and that's your weekly planning page. So once you've completed your week, you want to go to the weekly reflection. This is ideal. So take some time to reflect on your week. What went well, what didn't go well. Again, you will find that you probably overdid it. You probably said you were going to work out 7 times a week because you were so motivated and realized you got 3. This is your time to say, okay, I overestimate how much work I could get done, and next week I'm going to reduce my goal for how many times I'm going to work out. I'm going to go for 3 because that's what I managed to do this week, and that seems reasonable. Or whatever went left or whatever went wrong, maybe you went to work and you didn't pack your gym bag, so it meant you had to come back home, and because you came back home you didn't want to go back out again. So next week I will pre-pack my bag. I'll set a reminder to pre-pack my bag and put it in the car so I don't head back home. Whatever it is, take some time to reflect on what didn't go well and what did go well, so you can do better and get a better score for the next week. Now there's just some extra things that I added to the template. The scorecard, for example. This page is a roll up all the weeks, all your 12 weeks, and the score you've gained on each week, and the percentages of tasks you completed. I've written a message and it says, I need you to remember this. So remember, it's perfectly okay if you didn't complete 85% of your task. Every step counts, and progress is progress. Remember that progress is progress. If you have a percentage on that percentage bar, you've made progress in one way or another. This was very important to me because when I started my 12-week year, I would score like 30s, 20% sometimes, 40%, and it was like that for a while, and I was so demotivated when I seen, okay, 40% when I'm meant to be getting 85%. I basically failed. Like, what's the point? And I need you to know that when you start this, you're probably you probably don't have very good skills when it comes around to like predicting how much tasks you can complete in a week. And it takes a lot of trial and error to figure out what's a healthy blend. So the first few weeks you might score below 85. If you don't, then congratulations, that's great. But if you do, I need you to know that you just need to take the time to review the week. Why did you score so low? What went wrong? Prepare for it next week and your percentage will increase. Like, it's okay. Don't get turned off if you don't hit 85% on your first couple of weeks. I had to tell myself that because I quit the 12-week year a couple times because of that. So I just want you to be mentally prepared just in case. If you hit 85, then you're doing great. And if you don't, you made progress anyway. You did some tasks. You even updated your template. So that's already a new habit you're installing. So just be proud of yourself. Now, once you've completed your 12 weeks, once you've completed your 12 weeks, guys, then you go to the 12-week review page. And on this page, you're just gonna review the 12-week. What went well, what didn't go well, how many goals did you achieve? It's similar to your weekly reviews, but in more depth. You want to review the year. How did you do this year, basically, and prepare your next run. To do that, you see this button that you press and it just repeats. It just creates a whole new year. That's how it works, and that's my template, guys. I love it. I also forgot to tell you that there is a mobile view. So I created this little very simple mobile view. So if you want to see how to create Notion shortcuts on your phone, then I can show you how to do that in another video, or if you download the template, it will already be in the video sections. But that is literally my Notion template, guys, and that's how I'm using it to achieve my goals. And I'll do a proper plan with me video where I'll take you guys through my goals and how I've used this to plan. I just thought it would be way too lengthy to record, but if you guys want that, let me know, and I can do that on my main channel, since this will be on my template channel. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video.